Okay, got everything figured out. Sorry about that. We had a few things going on in the background here. So good evening, everyone. We are recording. It is April 5th, and this is the Ward 3 Neighborhood Advisory Board meeting. All right, and we are going to start off with our attendance. For this evening. All right. Ilya Ardovan.
Here.
Jennifer Simeo.
Here.
Ryan Smith.
Here.
Alex Woodard. Not present at this time. We have a quorum, and the Ward 3 Neighborhood Advisory Board is called to order. Let's see, Ilya, I believe you've been acting as our chair as of late. Would you like to?
Yeah, let's take it away. Let me just pull the agenda up over here. Okay, great. So we're calling the meeting to order here, and let's start with public comment. I'm not sure if there's anybody, a few attendees. So yeah, we can open up to public comment. I think in the webinar, how it works is you can raise your hand. Is that right, Amy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if anyone here would like to make public comment, please raise your hand. We'll give you a few moments. Okay, no public comment. We'll move to approve the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
This is Ryan Smith. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second?
I will second that.
Okay, all in favor of approving the agenda for today, April 5th?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Motion passes, agenda is approved, and then we got to approve our minutes from November, January, and February. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I will make a motion to approve the minutes for November, January, and February.
All right, and this is Ryan Smith. I'll second that motion.
Okay, great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. All opposed? Motion passes, minutes are approved, and we'll move on to the council liaison report. Is Oscar or liaison here? Do you know, Amy?
Councilmember Delgado is not able to join us tonight.
Okay.
He will not be in that report.
Okay, so we'll skip that. And is there a staff report?
Yeah, so my staff report is, there's obviously been a lot going on. It's a busy spring, and just that we're excited to be recruiting for the Ward 3 NAB. We have had a couple applications come in, and we're going to do a social media push to try and get a little bit more applicants before we have them on the agenda. Hopefully next month we'll have them on the agenda for approving a few new board members. So just excited to have a little bit more representation on this board representing Ward 3. And and other than that, there's just been a lot of all the teams in the city have been busy, whether it's parks or public works or whatever it is. You probably see people around the city working on stuff as the weather gets warmer. We have just lots of projects that have been kind of in the works that are now getting action with the weather turning into spring. So does anyone have any questions about anything that but if there's any questions from the board about anything going on in the ward at the moment, I'd be happy to try to answer those questions.
Ryan or Jennifer, any questions? Okay, well, thanks, Amy. Yeah, we look forward to hopefully having some fresh blood on here soon.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to move on to our business items. We have the city manager's office going to be item B1, updating us on some COVID money, looks like. And is that Carter here, who's with City of Reno Planning, or is that someone else?
No, actually, I'm going to be doing that update for you
Oh,
tonight.
perfect. Okay.
Yes. So I'm actually going to share my screen so that you can see a little report that we have. All right. Let's see, are you guys able to see that? All right. So, yeah, so for the record, I'm Amy Pennington and I'm a community liaison and I'm with the city manager's office. And I'm here to give an update on how council approved the first half of their state and local fiscal relief fund allocations, also known as ARPA funds. And so I wanted to just give everyone an update. I think you may remember that when Callie and JW, Kelly Wilson and JW Hodge, they came to the NAB as part of that listening tour that the state was part of as well, to just find out what the needs were, what people thought money should be spent on, what the community's top priorities were. And those were that was part of how the decisions were made of what would be the things that we would prioritize as a city. So this pie chart here is how the money ended up being spent. And these are large buckets, obviously. Within these buckets, there are more specifics, but a high overview. Everyone was unanimous in their agreement that affordable housing was the highest priority. And so, as you can see, 53% of our money went to that affordable housing. That's actually 13 million from the first part of the allocation. So we've got a first part of this allocation of ARPA funds, and then there's a second allocation, about half is still coming. So this is the allocation for the first half. And so 13 million have gone to affordable housing. And that has actually allowed for 2 immediate projects that receive funding from that. We'll be adding 131 units to our city, and that's through the Sage Street project, as well as renovating the Highway 40 motel. And then another project that some of that money has gone to is the affordable housing projects that are in partnership with the Reno Housing Authority, including Dick Scott Manor and the Bonanza Inn, and those represent another 70 permanent housing units for the city of Reno. So definitely excited to see some of those things moving forward and becoming a reality for us in the near future. And then let's see, the next bucket we have is Parks and Recreation. And so there are a lot of parks in our city and a lot of needs. And as you probably know, that with COVID and the pandemic, we really did see how much our open spaces in our parks were super important to the community, and people spent a lot of time out in nature in those public spaces. So we have a few improvements coming. And let's see, so there's 70,000 that is going to be dedicated to rehabilitation and updates at Oxbow Park and the nature study area. 1.1 million is going to expand the Dorothy McClendon and Mayor's Park, and that's up in the North Valleys area. 1 million is going to stabilize and repair the Idlewild Park ponds and water retention and stabilization efforts there. And then we have 800,000 is going to add heating and air conditioning to the California building. And we're also putting 50,000 into supporting regional trails coordinator position. And that's in collaboration with the Truckee Meadows Parks Foundation. So excited to see some improvements coming throughout the whole city in our parks. Let's see, the direct pandemic response is another part that is, it's only 3%, but the impact is still big. It's just ongoing efforts and programs to help get vaccinations out there, monitoring, testing, all of those sorts of efforts that we need for our community to stay safe, as COVID is obviously still part of the reality that we're living in. And it also is going to fund information technology infrastructure projects, because we want to be able to expand the ability to do hybrid meetings and really just be on the front foot as we are in this hybrid digital world now going into the future. And we want to be able to be part of that. So that is a bit of an overview. There's obviously a lot of other projects that are part of that. And there's more comprehensive details on individual projects. If there's questions, I can get you more information about specific projects. But that's kind of an overview. Do you guys have any questions about that?
This is Ilya for the record. I'm just wondering too, is there a place kind of online or somewhere where people can find this info, or where we could find this info too?
A lot of this info will be available in the staff reports that were with the council agenda where these items were approved. I can confirm the date of that meeting for you in just a moment, but that would have some more detail about a lot of these projects. And then if there's other specifics you're looking for, I'd be happy to try and get some answers to questions for you.
I guess, yeah, one question was just the affordable housing chunk, which is so big.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would just be curious to see kind of how all that's broken down, specific, like, things that are getting spent on.
Yeah, yeah. I know that some of the projects have already been identified, and there's probably some of the things that are still kind of in a more of a, not everything has maybe been spent dollar for dollar. So there's some things that is being allocated to big picture, and then there'll be some more details coming in the future as they actually stuff gets moving and worked on and that sort of thing. But I am happy to get you the more detailed reports from the original agenda that those were with for the council meeting. Do you want me to make those available to
Yeah,
you
well,
now?
Sure, yeah, or just the date of the meeting and stuff. I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll look up the meeting date and confirm that for you just in a few moments. Great, is there any other questions?
Yeah, this is Jennifer Simeo. On the affordable housing, is that going to be available through the Reno Housing Authority, or how is that made available to the public?
So some of the money is going to projects that are in partnership with the Reno Housing Authority. I don't know all of the specifics of kind of how those money transfers work, but I am happy to get you some more information about that. I do know that a lot of these things are in conjunction with them, and so there is definitely a partnership there.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I would like maybe some additional information. I'm just wondering kind of what the definition of affordable is. Is it, who would administer it, and what is the definition of affordable? Is it 30% of someone's income, or?
Yeah, that is a great question. There are technical definitions about affordable housing. I don't know if all of these projects have the exact same metrics associated with them. I actually don't think that they do. But there are specifics about AMI. So like the $83,800 is AMI for a family in Reno. And so there's definitely different kind of benchmarks. People earning 60% or less of that is one benchmark that is used. 60% to 120% is another benchmark that's used for different types of affordable housing projects. So I'll be sure to get you guys more information about which of these projects are applicable to which AMIs.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Ryan Smith. Quick question. You kind of alluded to it that not all the projects were moving forward quite yet, but when does this money have to be spent by? What's the timeline, like the deadline for creating projects?
So according to the federal guidelines, we have, I believe, until the end of 2026 to spend the money, but it has to be allocated prior to that. And I don't think that there is a we're trying to spend the money on the projects as we can. There's not like an effort to keep it to a date in the future. Yeah, but that would be the timeline to make sure things are spent so we don't lose them.
Sure, thanks.
Any other questions?
Sounds good. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to development projects here. We have Victorian Auto Sales, B21.
Actually, if you are here for that one, would you be able to raise your hand? I actually am not sure. Oh, perfect. There we go. All right. Bringing Lisa Nash over.
Cool.
To be a panelist for this presentation.
Okay, hi Lisa, take it away.
Hi. Let's see. Can I share my PowerPoint with you all? Let me, give me 1 second. Sorry.
No problem.
It is proving to be difficult. Give me 1 second.
No problem. Let us know if you need something from our end.
Now with my 3 screens, it's just like, let me put it on all of them for you so I can't see you. Okay, let's try this again. All right, can you see that?
Yes, we got you.
Great. Hi, I'm Lisa Nash. I'm with a planner with Christie Corp. And we are here tonight to discuss a conditional use report permit to allow the establishment of a used car lot located at 1770 and 1790 Stewart Street within the general commercial zoning district with residential adjacency. Here's where the project's located, and it is just south of Stewart Street on Kitsky, just past Mill. So let's see. Here's a couple pictures of where the site looks like currently. It is vacant at the moment with an existing building, sign, and that's about it, and paved asphalt. Currently, we're not asking for any changes in zoning. It's zoned general commercial, surrounded by a multifamily lot, other general commercial, and some mixed use north of it. Here's our preliminary site plan, which you can see we're adding some parking that will occur south of the building and 1 handicap spot north of the building, as well as a driveway, and then the display lot, or the lot with the inventory of vehicles, will be against Kitsky. Here's our landscape plan, and this shows we're planning on adding landscaping to the north, east, and west that will screen vehicles that are being driven in, screen the parking, and make a 5-foot screen between the residential apartment to the west, as well as there's an existing 6-foot fence that continues all the way north up to just past the building, where it drops down to a 4-foot to allow for sight distance to get in and out of their driveway. And that's currently existing, but we will be adding the landscaping. The business plans to operate an auto sales on what was a previously developed property. It was operated as both a car lot before, also had overflow parking most recently for the Dodge Ram dealer nearby. And the existing building will be used as the sales office, which will employ 4 to 5 full-time positions and 1 part-time, with hours of operation from 9 to 7 on weekdays and Saturdays, and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sundays. The existing improvements include an 1,815-foot square building, the asphalt paved surface, the lighting on there, and the sign. We aren't proposing to enlarge the sign or make any changes other than reface it and update it a little, because it's kind of old at this point. I mentioned before, there's an existing 6-foot solid fence. It is on the west side of the property, and it divides this property from the residential multifamily home behind it. The additional landscaping buffers will be placed along Stewart Street and along Kitsky, and they will include bushes and shrubs and some trees as required by code. Let's see. And this use is compatible with surrounding use types and is no more intense than previous operations on the site or what is local in the area. As you can see, there's a lot of car lots and stuff already existing in that community. And that's kind of sums it up. It's short and sweet. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions, Jennifer, Ryan?
Smith, I don't really have a question, just a comment for you. It's exciting that there's landscaping going in there. That area needs a lot of love right there.
Yes, it does. And am I still sharing my screen or did it shut down?
You're still sharing.
You still are.
Okay.
There's a beautiful tree there.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to figure out how to stop it. Stop share. There we go. Sorry about that. Yes. I love bonsai. Yeah, we're very excited about seeing that lot be improved. It's been there for operating for many, many years, and there's nothing there that's green. We hope to put some swales along the front to capture drainage, and with that will be new trees. And the corner by the sign, we're going to put some additional landscaping, and there's pavers and stuff. So we're hoping that it actually adds a lot to the area. Any other questions or comments from anybody?
No, thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you for letting me present to you guys tonight.
Yeah. Okay, great. And we'll move on to the next business item here. We have a presentation from NV Energy about the establishment of a major gas line. And do we know if that presenter is here, Amy?
Douglas, if that is you, can you raise your hand for me? It's probably- Oh, we'll move him over and ask him. Douglas, are you with NV Energy? Maybe it's not him. Yeah, so I did just pop the link into the chat that is just for your easy access for putting in any comments for development projects.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can.
Hi, my name's Doug Fellons. I'm actually with Tech Engineering. I'm one of the
Okay.
engineers for the project we just spoke about, Victorian Auto.
Okay, great. So you're for
Yeah.
the first presentation.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I'm just sitting in.
Great. Well, thank you. I will put you back on mute then. All right. Well, it doesn't look like our other presenter joined us this evening. So
That's too bad.
good. I'll see if we need to end up moving this to our next agenda or what. So
Okay.
yes, I'll let you keep going with your.
Okay. All right. So I guess no NV Energy. Let's see. We don't have any commission or committee reports, right, Amy?
No.
Okay. Any future agenda items, Ryan and Jennifer? Jennifer did, right? Ask me about something before the meeting. We have a quarterly report from our RPD. Is that right, Amy?
Yes, they will be joining us next meeting. Actually,
Mhm.
RPD will.
Mhm.
And I also have planned a Cynthia
Barza?
Esparza is going to be doing kind of a clean and safe update and a bit of a CARES campus update.
Okay, cool.
So that will be on our next
In May.
month's agenda as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, and Jennifer, I guess if you want, you had sent something, maybe we could forward that along to them, right? And then see if they want to make a report on that.
Yeah.
Give them some time to prepare.
Jennifer Simeo for the record. I've come across a news article about the Reno Police, about law enforcement within the state doing forfeiture and seizures of personal property for people who have been arrested. And the Reno Police Department had quite a large amount of forfeiture and seizures of personal property. I was wondering if we could just get an update on that.
Yeah, I can definitely put that in, that comment in, so that when the RPD does their
Okay.
update, they can choose to address that, or you can.
Okay, I can even send you the article if you'd like, so if,
Sure, yeah.
okay, I will do that.
Great.
And then this is Ilya for the record too, Amy. It'd be good to, if we can at some point, maybe put the feelers out to Garrett Gordon so we could have an update on some of the Dolan stuff as well.
That's right. Great, I have that down as well.
Okay. Ryan, anything?
No, nothing I can think of right now.
Oh, actually, I do have one question, as far as, so the NAB training, who was able to be on the NAB training last week?
I was present.
Okay. Great. And then we're working on just kind of editing the video just to tighten it up a little bit, and then we'll send it out to everyone so it can be watched again or for the first time. And I was wondering if, because at the moment, I don't believe we actually, I think that we did Ilya as a temporary chair. And so I guess I wanted to see if you wanted it agendized to have a vote for a chair. And then if so, for what amount of time would the board want to have a chair elected for? So we could elect someone for a year, 6 months, a quarter, there's different options, so.
Yeah, this is Ilya for the record. I was kind of the impression that, right, it's supposed to kind of rotate around a little bit, right?
That's not customary, in that most boards and commissions elect a chair that serves for consecutive meetings of a certain duration. A year is standard for a lot of the boards, but I do think that for a NAB, a shorter amount of time might be nice just to get some more people having experience. But it's not typically meeting to meeting. I think that quarterly would probably be the shortest time that I would recommend, just for the sake of someone getting comfortable doing it and then maybe moving on and giving someone else a chance. Or it could be 6 months, or maybe there's someone who, maybe it really is up to you. I don't necessarily want to influence the decision, but in general, most boards do select someone that serves for a period of time.
Yeah, well, I'm mostly just thinking it too, because I'm happy to do it, but I'd also would love to open it up, at least to Jennifer or Ryan, just because it is a pretty, low stakes way to get a little experience doing this kind of thing, so Ryan, Jennifer, any thoughts or feelings about that?
This is Ryan Smith. Yeah, I'm happy to support in whatever way I can. I'm Ilya, I think you do a great job.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm happy to assist and support however I can.
This is Jennifer Simeo for the record. I also think Ilya does a great job. So, I wouldn't be opposed to putting it on the agenda, and maybe we do 4 months at a time.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally okay with that, and
And then we'll elect Ilya for the next 4 months.
Although we're not doing deliberation on that now, because it's not.
No,
agenda.
sorry, no deliberation. I shouldn't have said that.
Okay, yeah, well, why don't we put that on the agenda, Amy? Yeah, I'm okay to,
Okay.
yeah, I think that for now, it feels like we may as well just go with kind of what works, so we can put it on the agenda and then
Okay.
talk about it then. Yeah,
All right, I'll do it for about 4 months or so.
okay.
Great. And yeah, any other things you'd like me to look into for future updates?
I think that's good for now, on my end.
Great.
Okay, and is there any, I guess we have to open up for public comment one more time, right? I think it's still just kind of same people. So anybody want to make any public comment? Leave it open for a moment.
All right, I think we're good.
Oh, we're good. Do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
This is Jennifer Simeo for the record. I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Brian Smith, I'll second that motion.
All right, all in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we are adjourned. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
Aye.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Have a good night.
You too.